right on time. Well, the Strengthen Family Conference, first of all, is a non-denominational event. It is just sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but it is open to all denominations, all religions, Christians, Muslims, traditional worshippers, and those who don't have any religion at all, pagans. So it's just the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sponsors the program. We take the lead in sponsoring, and we don't dominate it. We don't present our own ideals about the family as the foremost concept that should be taught. We believe and understand that the family is ordained of God. Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, or you do not believe in God at all, you know that one of the things you have a soft spot for is your family. In times of excitement as well as in times of crisis, the very first thing everybody does is to think about their families and to run towards them. For example, if you travel to a country that you've not been to before and you eat a meal that is delicious, the first thing you think is, wow, how will my children or my wife feel, or my mother or my father feel if they taste this food? And if you're in crisis, if you're in problem, and you kind of overcome it, the next question that comes to your mind is, wow, I hope my family, my children, my wife, my mother, my father, my brothers are all safe and they are in good health wherever they are. And start making phone calls and trying to find out what's going on. I was at the Abuja airport a fortnight ago when there was a mishap. There was a plane that skidded off the runway. And it's interesting that once the news got out, almost everybody in that departure lounge started having phone calls from family members asking, are you okay? Are you fine? Are you well? What's happening? And some were even saying, it's so exaggerated, nothing really happened, and so on and so forth. But what I'm trying to say is it stresses the importance of the family in the lives of every individual. Everybody you see walking on the street comes from, belongs to, and is preparing to have a family. And I think that binds us together. It binds us even stronger than religion does bind us. It is one of the converging points that Muslims, Christians, Hindus, and people that don't believe in God have in common. Every single person, when it comes to the family and the welfare of the family, everybody in this country, no matter how divided we seem to are, no matter the political lines, the fault lines that divide us, the family is a melting point. Everybody is interested in the welfare and the well-being of their family, either the one they are currently in, the one they are from, or the one that they are about to form. And that's why when we say we come from a village, like Ipe said, we're from a village, but what binds the village together? It's the families that it's made of. I'm from Akwa Ibom also. I feel close to Ipe because we are from the same state. But if you really drill down to what makes us have that connection, it's the family. The families that make up the village makes up the community makes up the local government makes up the state. Everything can be divided and broken down into the family. And that's why this conference is so important. If we get it right at the family level, we get it right at the societal level. We complain about vices. The vices that threaten the existence and the peace in our society started because one family somewhere was not looking out for each other as they should. It started because one mother or one father didn't say something about the child who decided to behave in a way that is not civil. The fading civility that we have originated from a laxity in in the family unit. When husbands and wives don't achieve peace in their union, it is difficult for the children to understand what peace is when they form their own family. In fact, if a mother and a father tell a child that he is foolish, it will take more than a teacher to tell the child that he's wise. But if a teacher says to a child, you are foolish, you don't know anything, but the parents say, hey, you are the smartest kid I've ever known, that child will overcome whatever circumstance, whatever barrier that he has in school, whether placed by the teacher or colleagues or schoolmates or classmates, will overcome and surmount them and come out to be one of the best that existed. Everybody is a hero in their family. Every single person is a hero, irrespective of what the society thinks about them or what their friends or neighbors feel about them. In their family, they can make mistakes and still laugh at themselves and not feel criticized and judged. That is what the family, that is what strengthening family is all about. We know that there are lots of good things that are happening in families. We want to support that. We want to showcase that what makes us as a people think, what makes Nigeria as a country envious, is because of the family values and the family traditions that has been passed on to us by those that occupied this land before we came in. We want to show that we want to use the Strengthening Family Conference to showcase not just the strength of the families, but the diversity that strength portrays, and the unity that can be harnessed and cultivated from that strength. And so for this reason, we were able to move the Strengthening Family Conference from Ghana, where it had been hosted for 4 years, to Nigeria, where we are hosting it this 5th year of its existence. And with that, we've lined up, we've contacted, and we have in our kitty lots of prominent, family-oriented, and strong value people in the society that will be speaking to us. And it cuts across the divide, culturally, from north to south, east to west, and religiously. We have Muslims, Christians, imams, pastors, that will be coming to address people and address the conference. It's not just about the church and the Bible, but it's about every good thing that has been written to promote families worldwide, and especially in our society. One of the leaders of our church, Davido McKay, said about the families some 50 years ago. He said that no success anywhere can compensate for failure in the home. And so no matter how successful you are, if your home has failed, then you can't really say, you can't beat your hand on your chest and say you have succeeded. And so with this, we want you to be ambassadors of this, because you are either in a family now, or you're about to form a family, or you're from a family. Many of the young men and young women that stand around to establish relationships have one goal in mind. If it lasts for too long, maybe a year, the girl will start asking the boy, where is this taking to? Where is this going to? Are you going to marry me or what? What are you really looking for? And he has to come up with all excuses as to why he has not asked her or when he wants to ask her. So everything leads to the establishment of families. And so we want you to be ambassadors. And one of the best ways to do this is register for the conference. Go online. It doesn't take more than 3 minutes. Go online, go to the website, and register. Register to be a part of it. It's not a Christian thing, and it's not a Muslim thing. It's about people. It's about families. So please, you are a person. We all are people here. So contribute to the growth of humanity, contribute to the growth of morals in the society, contribute to unity in this diverse country that we live in by registering for this Strengthening Families Conference. Interestingly, the topic is about strengthening marriage. Divorce courts are filled with excitement. Some people go to divorce courts just to hear the interesting stories that happen between men and women. They use that as a pastime. But all that can change if a husband or if a man and a woman go into the institution of marriage prepared for what they will face. Nobody can be over-prepared, but everyone can be prepared to understand that it takes commitment, love, endurance, forgiveness, and being your best self. Marriage is not a place to misbehave. It's a place to put up your best behavior. And so, people going into marriage should go in prepared to give their very best. Everything you were taught by your father or your mother, everything you learned by an aunt, a grandmother, an uncle, is preparing that individual to perform, to shine, to do well in the marriage institution. And that is what this conference is all about. So I invite you to take the lead in advertising and making a joyful noise about this conference that is coming. Thank you once again for coming, and we'll continue to collaborate with you. I must say we have a very strong social media committee that cuts across the whole of West Africa, and collaborating with them will not only expose you to other journalists of like minds across the West African sub-region, but it will also help you advertise and increase your spread of your organization as you work with our social media committee members. And once again, thank you for coming, and please do have a very good day. And though the press conference is coming to an end, but if you have questions, walk up to any of us and put your questions across. We'd like to continue the conversation, even after this event is over. Thank you very much.